Sri Lata organic farming. This cowpat pit is essential in the biodynamic farming. A pit of 90 centimeters by 60 centimeters by 30 centimeters, 90 centimeter length, 60 centimeter width, and 30 centimeter depth is to be prepared. And this is to be roofed with a thatch. Bottom can be left as bare earth, and the sides of the pit were lined with the used bricks to make it very cheap construction. Then 60 kg of cow dung is to be collected from the lactating cows and mixed with 200 grams of the powdered eggshells and 200 grams of powdered basalt dust. To prepare eggshell powder, the eggshells were heated in a hot oven for 10 minutes to facilitate the grinding of the shells into powder. If basalt dust is not available, a borewell soil can be used. Wherever borewell is digging, from there the soil can be collected and used. Pour these two powders on a cow dung and knead it for 10-30 minutes for proper mixing. Gently pat this dung during the pit and gently pat this dung into the pit and make 6 holes of each 3 to 4 centimeters deep. Insert 3 sets of 5 preparations BD 502, 506, which are compost inoculants individually into the holes by placing each into a handful of compost. Fill 3 sets of BD 502 with a handful of compost into hole 1, like 3 sets BG 502 with 503 with a handful of compost into hole 2. Like that, it is to be filled. Then close the holes with some compost. BD 507 was stirred in 350 ml of clean water for 10 minutes and half of it was poured into the hole 1 and remaining half was sprinkled evenly over the entire pit and covered the pit with a jute bag. So this is antifungal actually, BD 507. A wet jute sack was placed over the cowpat pit to maintain the moisture. Once the cowpat pit was prepared, waterproof covers were raised at one side to allow water to run off and air to circulate. Water stagnation is not permitted, but aeration is required. After 4 weeks, contents were turned with the stick. Then, on weekly basis, the mixture turned and closed again until it becomes dark brown, crumbly material. This cow dung of 60 kg, which we have taken, approximately gives 30 to 35 kg of cowpat pit after fermentation. When it is mature, it is mixed with water at the rate of 1 kg in 40 liters of water to use per acre. You can see it is very less quantity required. One cowpat pit should be enough to cover 40 acres because we are getting 30 to 35 kg up to 40 kg. It should be stirred for at least 10 minutes before application to encourage good bacterial development. These are inoculants only. All the biodynamic formulations are mostly these are inoculants only. For larger areas, the greater amount of liquid can be stirred for 15 minutes in a 200-liter drum with the tripod stirring arrangement or with the verbola flow form. It can be sprinkled or strained through a fine mesh and sprayed over the land and foliage. So pits for the burial preparations. These biodynamic formulations can be stored in the pits. A pit of 12 to 18 inches depth, 2 feet length and 2 feet breadth in fertile, well-drained soil with no trees or roots spreading in the vicinity. These pits are to be maintained weed-free. Trenches around the pit to prevent weeds, roots because they spoil the preparations and the containers. Line the pit with bricks on one side but leave the bottom free. Make the pit visible with a marker of a brick lining. Make a sign to define the preparation, date of burying and date of lifting and the layout plan for the record. Maintain pit temperatures between 25 to 30 degrees centigrade by mulching top with a coconut pit. Maintain moisture either by watering or sprinkling water over the pits, but water logging should be avoided for proper storage of BD formulations. These BD formulations can be stored in this way for long time. Biodynamic tree paste. This is very easy to prepare but very effective. Equal parts of sand, fine clay, fresh cow dung and cowpat pit are to be mixed to prepare the paste. These are all interlinked. The preparations are interlinked. First, BD formulations are to be prepared, then cowpat pit is to be prepared, then that is to be used for tree paste. These are all interlinked. The entire farming is interlinked. The products are interlinked. So the paste was dissolved in equisitum tea along with the BD 500 cowhorn manure. It was stirred for 10 minutes until the consistency is achieved. That one can paint the material on the tree bark with a brush. It is rich with actinomycetes and effective in controlling like diseases, gummosis, dieback and anthracnose. I have seen application of this biodynamic tree paste on mango trees against gummosis, which is very effective. It is also effective in controlling pests, including stem borer. So these BD preparations can be stored in a moist, cool, dark location with good air circulation. Any microbes with these conditions, any microbes can be stored in your own field. So that's why the storage is very, very important. Place these ready preparations into a well-labeled glass jars or glazed pots. Glass jars or glazed pots. Place the pots into a well-insulated storage box using coir pith. A food grade drum placed horizontally with a hinged opening is useful for preparations such as BD 500 and cowpat pit. Turn the preparations frequently and maintain moisture for long-term storage. The biodynamic compost preparations BD 502 508 are to be applied to the compost heap when it is first made and to any compost procured from outside to aid and regulate the fermentation process. So these can be used as a ground spray, soil inoculant, soil or foliar feed, liquid manure, tonic, pruning, paste balm, root dipping, seed soak, compost inoculant, spray tonic. In many ways, these can be used. Some farmers are there who exclusively prepare biodynamic preparations and do the biodynamic farming, which is very popular in some areas of the Tamil Nadu, and even now it is becoming popular in AP also. Some NGOs like APMAS and all, they are encouraging this, and some people are even supplying the materials to prepare the biodynamic preparations. Hope this will help the farmers to prepare biodynamic preparations, store and use in the organic farming as and when required. In our next session, let us see plant preparations and botanical extracts. Signing off, Sri Lata. Thank you.